Be back with you. I answered Phil Baba's call, but the fact is I would take any excuse to come back and be there sitting at the ashram with all of you. So please, let's close our eyes for a moment. Just close our eyes. Feeling the gentle breath. The breath that is more than breath. Gurudev would say, your breath is my presence. So feel him. Feel him there. So gentle, so loving, guiding us at every step. Gurudev, Guruji, all the masters of our lineage, saints and sages of all religions. Divinity in all its aspects. Om Sahana Bhavantu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahe, Tejasvi Namaditamastu, Madhivishavahe. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I bow to my Gurudev, Baba Hariharananda Ji. And I bow to my Guruji, Paramahansa Pragyananda Ji, to all the masters of our lineage, saints and sages of all religions, and I bow to all of you, sincere followers on the path to direct perception. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. Again, good morning to you all. The topic of the discourse today is life implies evolution. This is a phrase from Gurudev, which always struck me, always wondering, what was he saying with this? What was he trying to say? Life is here. Yes, life is given from God, but it's more than that. It is this flow. It is this push forward. We are alive. We are here. Everything around us is alive, and everything is evolving. Everything is moving. We're not static. We should not be. We are moving. We are moving in a direction towards divinity. Everything is evolving. We are not here willy-nilly, like a ship without a sail, blowing around with all these different experiences. Life has a purpose. Life has meaning. And when we are conscious of this, then it truly impels us forward. No one's saying that life is linear from A to from A to B. Sometimes it gets winding, but as long as the focus is on the goal, then we will reach there. And as long as we have help, then we will reach there. So looking at this, thinking of what Baba is saying, life implies evolution, then we can see evolution as something that is unfolding as it goes. This is divinity unfolding, showing himself, showing itself. And we are here, and we are part of this evolution. We are part of life. And we all have, if you go back to Charles Darwin, his philosophies of evolution, whether you agree with them or not, that's not the point. But the point is, he says all living beings are related and share a common ancestry. This I agree with. There is a common ancestry. That's the past. But if we add on to it, there is a common destiny. Not just the past, but we are going in a direction. So how do we get there? How do we get there? You know, when we think about things, even individually, we say, where am I today? And where do I want to be? And then how do I get there? We feel that in so many areas of our life. We think about it economically. We're family people, many of us. We are thinking of our country. We're thinking of humanity. We are thinking of nature. But something is required. And I found an interesting story, a simple story of a disciple with his master. And this disciple was there for a time listening to his master. His master was talking about so many things. And the disciple at the very end, he said, Guru, he said, can you please write down for me the most important thing? What is the most important thing? So the master took the paper and pencil and he wrote down one word, attention. He gave it to the disciple. And the fellow looked at this word, attention. He said, could you please elaborate on this a little bit? Explain it a little more. So the Guru took the paper and he wrote one more word, attention. So the paper said, attention, attention. He gave it back. Well, the fellow was not happy. He said, excuse me, but I've been here all this time. I've been listening to you. I thought you could really give me some more depth into this. So could you write something else? Could you write something? Here's the paper. So Guru, looking at him, he wrote, attention, attention, attention. So it's 3 times. Well, the fellow was not happy at all. And he said, Gurudev, what does attention mean? So his Guru took the paper and he wrote, attention means attention. He gave it back. I was thinking of that. It sounds so simple. But if you think about us, all of us, how many times do we distract our thoughts and we go here and we go there and we want explanations and we love for the mind loves all kinds of ideas and interpretations and things like that. Whereas the Guru of this person was saying only one word, attention. So always I think what Gurudev always would say, you should have pinpointed attention. You should focus on every breath. Focus on the breath. From where all evolution comes from where all life comes from. If we could pay attention to that breath as much as we could, Guru say you should pay attention during the entire day. All right, we try. And then we could try a little more. And then we could try a little more. But if we focus on that, if we focus on attention up here at the top, what comes from that attention is perception. Gurus always say that God is hiding at the fontanelle, at the top of every human being. God is hiding because we don't perceive that. He's there. So we pay attention to the breath, we're paying attention to him. That's why pinpointed attention, unswerving, unwavering attention. And you think about how this breath nurtures and gives life to all life, all external life, all internal life. So if we think evolution means change, means some progress, means development. If we go outside and we take a look, you start to perceive life in this kind of way. Look at everything. Perceive the seed. The seed goes into the ground. The seed evolves into a plant. The plant, it's moving, it evolves into a tree. This tree, energy is moving, grows branches. And from these branches, flowers can appear. Flowers bloom for a time, they wilt, they fall off, and a fruit comes. The fruit comes And the fruit waits, we wait, we watch it until it gets ripe, and then it will fall. If we don't eat it, then it dissolves back into the ground. This is cyclic. This is energy. This is evolution. This is this push. This is this unstoppable force that comes. Life implies evolution. Something is happening. Something is happening. And we are here. And we are watching this. We are looking outside. We are looking at nature. We can see it in everything. We can look at ourselves and we see it constantly. Everything is evolving. Everything is changing. It's impossible to be bored if you look at life with this view of perception. It's impossible to be bored. You can go outside in your own garden, in the street where you live, anywhere, but start to observe and see change, 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 change. This unstoppable force is constant. It's constant. It's constant. He has given us that. God has given us that. God has given us a unique opportunity, this life, a unique opportunity to participate in this marvelous spectacle of life, to participate. And we are simultaneously a participant and an observer of life. We should be. If we just go through life being pushed here and there, not understanding what this is about, not understanding that the hand of the divine is behind everything, behind the ups, behind the downs, always with love. His hand is behind everything, behind all the difficulties we face, behind all the triumphs that we have. He is behind that. He is behind that. And Kriya Yoga teaches that. This is Kriya. The question is always, what do we do with this? I would say, okay, I am alive. I have a birth certificate. I'm still breathing. I am alive. Do we ever think that as long as he is breathing in us, as long as I am alive, my life has purpose? My life has meaning? And if I have wasted any time with this and that, all right, get back up, dust yourself off, and get back into the fight. Not to waste time, not to lament things of the past, not to feel guilty. Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? Oh, what a waste of time. Mistakes, we all make mistakes. And we will make more. That's not the point. Baba would always say, mistake is not for mistake. Mistake is for correction. So even when we see a mistake in our lives, we say, thank you. Thank you for making this so evident. I'm seeing this mistake. I don't want it anymore. I'll go forward. I'll make change. So simultaneously, we have evolution in the outer world and evolution in our inner world. This is the full evolution that life has given us. As I said, we are a participant in life and we are an observer of life at the same time. At the same time. How is it working? How is it happening? Oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. Even down to my own cell is changing, it's dying. I was joking with Matt Baba about the hair falling out. Okay, this is part of it. That's all. This push forward, push in a direction, in a direction. So we can observe that. We can observe that. And if we have a good outlook on life, then we say, oh God, so you are making everything happen. You are making everything happen in me, all around us. Not to be taken up by all of the tremendous changes in our planet today. There are tremendous changes. We all know. We filtered down here. I'm in South America now. Climate change, pandemic, political upheaval, economic upheaval. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So we just say, okay, this is happening. So what do we do with it now? What do we do with this? All of this is evolving, so we should be evolving too, and evolving how we perceive it. Guruji has taught us that there are two types of knowledge. Aparavidya. Aparavidya is the knowledge of the material world. We should develop knowledge of the material world. We should. Not to run to be on top of a mountain. We are here. All right. We perceive things through the five senses, through the four internal instruments, right? The mind, the intellect, the ego, the memory. This is how we perceive things, and this is how we interact with things. And we should do it well. And we've all been given different roles to play in this life. Some are fathers, and simultaneously you're a brother, you're an employee, you're a boss, you're a wife, you're a mother, you're a monk, you're a brahmachari, you're a swami. All of these different roles we play. And how we play them is the key. When we perceive this great spectacle of life, then we could perceive it as a pilgrimage, a spiritual pilgrimage. Because as the external world changes around us, even our own, I say external world, even our own body and these organs and things, this is part of Prakriti. This is the external world. This is all happening. We are watching. Still we go forward, unabashed, never give up. With courage we go. Meanwhile, we are in the internal search. The spiritual pilgrimage is perceiving, well, if things outside are doing this, so what is the purpose of life? So the purpose of life is, I will find it within. Meditate more, practice more, study more. Look how interesting. All we who were initiated, I know I've shown this many times, you all know it by heart. You all have the chart. Have you ever thought, from the moment of your initiation, gurus have given us a roadmap of our evolution? Have you thought about that? How do I say? Creation is from the top to the bottom. In scripture it says, God was alone, wanted to be many. Then he created the universe and he entered his own universe. How? Vacuum. Created air. Air. Creating friction, heat, fire. From fire came humidity, water. From water, earth. This is the direction. So we have a roadmap within us. If you can recall the day of your own initiation, the Yogacharya said the mantra from the Shiva Samhita that said what? That said, when earth dissolves into water, water dissolves into fire, fire goes up to air, air into space, then we bow at the lotus feet of the master and we enter the divine kingdom. This is a roadmap. This is saying, go this way, go this way. What does that mean? From the densest element, earth, all the activities related with that, this should be done, but maybe giving way to higher activities, less dense. And up here, less dense. Fire is less dense than water. And then up here to air, air is less dense than fire. And vacuum, less dense. We are searching, we are striving to return to the top through the guidance of Guru. Then we can enter. This is our evolution, our inner evolution. It's there. It's evident. The more you practice, the more you will perceive. The more you meditate, the more you will perceive. You will perceive life in a different way. In a different way in the sense of a little more clarity. Not to be taken up, not to be thrown back and forth with all of these issues and problems and things that come, because they will come. They are essential to come. They are essential to come. Meanwhile, we stay in the center. We stay in the center. Because with our practice, we're going within, and we perceive that everything happening around us is divine. Isha bazamidam sarvam, jakincha jagachan jagat, tena chakyana bunjita, magrita sabritanam. The first sloka of Isha Upanishad. To paraphrase, to give a quote, I would say God is in everything, everywhere. There's nothing you can take from anyone else. Everything is one. Everything is one. A Kriyaban perceives this. A Kriyaban perceives divinity in everything, in everyone, and then also in themselves. So as we watch this marvelous spectacle of life, God's lila, God's play, then we should feel that we are God's playmates. We are God's playmates. We are playing. Take me here. Oh God, take me here. Take me there. I will interact with this. I will interact with that. Help me understand this. Help me understand that. I know you are behind everything. I know you are behind everything. Meanwhile, this lifetime, this chapter in my existence, this goes. Body gets older. One day, game over. Finished. This body goes, but we continue. We continue. Evolution, evolution. Gurudev liked, but he liked a lot of poetry, even British poetry. And he would always use a few lines from Alexander Pope's Essay of Man. Know then thyself, presume not God to scan. The proper study of mankind is man. Go inside. This is the proper study of mankind. Instead of being involved in the world and worry, how can they do this? How can they do this? No. Go inside. How many times will Gurudev say, what is your change? For you to ask yourself, what is your change? If you're practicing Kriya and you're not perceiving any kind of change, then you're not practicing correctly. Because we must change. We must change. This is evolution, our inner evolution. We must change. If we don't, then all of this spiritual knowledge is useless. It's not for us just to sit down and listen to all kinds of spiritual knowledge and talks and say, oh, how nice. If I don't apply that into my own life, useless. Right? Isn't it true? And time goes on, goes quickly. So we look inside and we say, all right, what are the habits I have? What are the attitudes that hold me back? What behavior should I change? And that's what we should do. We should face that. When we see other people, nothing wrong for you to look at other people for things that you admire, you'd like to take on. Don't waste your time in finding their faults. Never compare yourself with other people. Compare yourself with yourself. Compare yourself with yourself. Have I gone forward? No? So change. Change. If I have not gone forward, it's my own loss. Because life goes by very quickly. We never know what will come around the corner. But still, as long as he is here, as long as he is breathing in us, then life has meaning. It has a purpose. And we should take it up and we should go forward. And we practice, we go inside to get to this central core. To reach this state of stillness. Even I was reading, Lahiri Baba said, Guru has come, stillness has come. We always think of Guru, this person talking with us and all, which is wonderful when it does occur. But the real Guru is God. And when we practice and we go into a very still state, quiet, we don't want to speak. You know, when you've had a good meditation, when you want to be quiet after, because you're getting close, you're getting close, you're getting close. Stillness. Perception of sound, light, vibration. Eyes open, eyes closed. Makes no difference. In all these moments, we should perceive. And this is our applying our focus to think, God, you are here, and you are here, and you are here. Everywhere. There's no place that God is not. People, when they practice Kriya, new people maybe, they think, okay, I'll practice on Saturday. I'm a very busy person. I can't practice during the day. Well, in time, they will learn. There's no place that God is not. Everywhere. In the supermarket, in the office, driving in traffic, everywhere. He is there. How could he not be there? How could he not be there? So, begin to perceive. Begin to perceive that this is Kriya. Kriya is our practice, our meditation, this divine technique to give us this deeper perception. And Kriya is Kriya all day, all moments. He is here. He is doing this. He is doing that. Watch, observe. Observe the breath. Observe that he is everywhere. There's been a recent movie, I don't know how recent anymore, but it was a movie about Yogananda. And what was the name of that movie? Awake. I took this to mean two different things. Awake means, yes, he was awake. He was awake to his true identity. But it's also a command. It's also a call to action for all of us. Awake. Don't waste your time sleeping anymore. Wake up. Wake up. Participate in life with this consciousness, with this perception. Wake up. Wake up. He is everywhere. You are not what you think you are. Guru Dev used to say, you are not you, you are the real you. This means to be awake. To be awake. And every day that we get up in the morning, wake up with courage. Wake up with a smile on your face. Smile on your face. To say, I will face all the challenges that come. With love. He has put me here, so I should do my best. Challenges have come for a reason. We have challenges in so many different areas of life, but they've all come for a reason. Everything that comes, everywhere that it comes, we can give many interpretations. Somebody was asking me something about Ukraine or this and that. I will not be foolish enough to give my interpretation means this, and this is because of this, and because of their karma, or anything like that. Whenever I hear explanations like that, I feel, oh, how foolish. We don't know. We don't know what's happening. And if somebody asks me if there's a disaster down here, we've had some terrible floods and things. I've heard that here in Brazil, say, oh, how could God be so cruel? What a cruel God. Why did God do that? I always say, I don't know. I don't know what he does or why he does, but I know what I will do. I will try to help. Aha. This is within my sphere of influence. I can say, if someone is suffering, I could say, then I will help. I'm not going to waste my time thinking why God this and that. I don't know. I don't presume to know the thought of God. But I can make my decisions about myself that I will help. Isn't that so? The truth is, we are only and fully responsible for ourselves. If we develop ourselves to the degree that we eliminate our own ignorance and identify ourselves with the essence, then we could help people. Then we can help in a better way, with a little more clarity, a little more wherewithal. Because then he is doing. He is doing. He is doing. This is our task. If you become an example of Kriya, an example of this wonderful lineage we have, the example of all divine masters, if you can live that example in your daily life, not by preaching, not by anything like that, but just your example. Be honest, be good, be loving, lift people up. That's what you can do. That's what you can do. And that's how you help people. Be Kriya. You love Guru? Be Guru. Not mean to go around and dress up, but incorporate that. Incorporate that into yourself. From the moment of your initiation, Gurus are within you. Have you thought about that? Gurus are within you. The whole lineage. The whole lineage. And all the divinity is within you. And Guru comes offering a spiritual treasure. Gurus come not just to teach some technique, which is marvelous in itself, but they come with a whole, hands open with all the treasure, spiritual treasure for our growth, for our development. Take it. How do you take it? By connecting. Connect with that force. Meditate more. Practice more. Pray more. Mostly meditate, because that brings a direct connection. So then you say to Guru, as you would to Divine Mother, oh, you please, help me learn, help me grow. My time here is for me to grow. My time here is for me to grow. Yeah. Somebody wrote, love, only love. I remember the last phase of Gurudev at the ashram in Miami, so many times. He knew he would be leaving. We didn't really know, because Baba would always say, you should live 100 years. But many of you may remember, he would say, love, 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 love. And it was almost, I always thought it was almost as if you people have learned nothing from what I've taught all these years, at least that. At least that. Love. At least love. And when we can express that, when we can be a little kinder, a little more patient with people, a little more generous of our time, a little more charitable, then we are reflecting that. In this way, you will be Kriya. You will be Kriya. Yes, do all the studies, do everything. But even more than that, be this, be the teaching. In our practice, Kriya Yoga, we always say it's not a religion, because it's not based on dogma. It's not based on dogma. It is based on experience. Kriya is based on experience. So if you have not had the experience, practice more. Practice more. This is the source of the experience. I can study books. I love to study books. I've always been a bookworm myself. I love to study. But if I only stay at that level and not apply it in my life, then how good is that? How good is that? Not so good. You can have great academic learning, but if you don't feel this love, then you have not penetrated deep enough. So practice more. Practice more. See the divine in everything and everyone, and you discover the divine in yourself. Discover the divine in yourself. So life implies evolution. We are here. This force is impelling us forward. It is happening, whether you like it or not. It is happening, impelling each one of us forward, forward. Time. Each one of us has a period of time for this chapter of our existence. This force is pushing. So go with it. Use it. Change yourself. Changing yourself is evolving. This is Kriya. This is Kriya. Change and evolve. We love all the gurus, but they did not come just to be adored. They came to reach out a hand and lift us up. Only to lift us up. We have a lineage of realized masters for what? For our own realization one day, that they are reaching, they say, come, come. They are not sitting waiting to be adored. We adore them, we serve them. And get closer, then get closer. They're saying, come. You are divine in essence and you have forgotten. This is Kriya Yoga. This is Kriya Yoga. The most precious technique and practice I could imagine, in my experience. We are very fortunate. We are very fortunate. If you slip for a bit, if you're not practicing or this and that, get back up on and do it again. Practice again. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Perceive the breath. He's not stopping. One day he will stop. But as long as he's not stopping, we focus on that. And we go forward. So, talk, too much talk. I think we should practice a little bit, no? We have a few minutes to meditate some. At least a general meditation we can do. Later on, practice nicely. Practice the full meditation. So please, everyone close your eyes. Close your eyes. Feel how he is breathing. Oh, my Lord, you're so kind to me. The Supreme Lord, Supreme Almighty Lord of the universe is taking time to breathe in me, in each one of us. This life has purpose. This life has meaning. He believes so. He believes so. He trusts in us. He has confidence in us. The Supreme Almighty Lord. Supreme Almighty Lord. Focus on his breath, please. Just a gentle breath first. Now take a slow, long, deep inhalation in. Slow, long, and deep out. Inhale, slow, long, deep, pinpointed attention. Exhale, slow, long, deep. Inhale, slow, long, deep. Exhale, slow, long, deep. Continue, please. Continue on your own. Continue. Feeling each breath. Feeling each breath. Thanking each breath. So precious, so kind. Breath is our life. Breath is our life. All creation breathes. All of creation breathes. Every plant, every insect, every animal, all of creation breathes. We are all part of the same origin, the same Holy Father. Now take a slow, long, deep inhalation in. Hold. Bend forward, please, as far as you can go. Exhale. Normal conscious breathing. But you are focused within. Yanamulam Guru Murti, Pujamulam Guru Padam, Mantramulam Guru Vakyam, Mokshamulam Guru Krupa, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Saksha Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru is Brahma, creating our spiritual life. And Guru is Vishnu, guiding, sustaining, protecting. And Guru is Shiva, helping us transform, helping us change. What is your change? You should always ask yourself. What you don't like that you discover within, remove it. Remove it. Change yourself, perfect yourself. The divine is within. Adi Shankara says God, Guru, and the soul are one. So within us is the divinity waiting for us to create the proper environment so he can reveal himself. This is self-realization. The divine reveals itself when we prepare the field. Now take a slow, long, deep inhalation. In, hold, slowly return, spine straight. Exhale. Normal conscious breathing. Focus on the point between the eyebrows. Breathing in love. Exhaling peace. Inhale love. Exhale peace. Inhale love into the cavern in the cranium. Exhale peace throughout the universe. Inhaling to the center that Yogananda would call the Christ center. Exhaling. God is love. God is peace. Inhaling love. Exhaling peace. Continue like this. As if we are leaving the turbulence of the surface and diving deep. We're diving deep. Go deep. Diving deep into the silence. Diving deep into our perception. Thoughts are not necessary. We are breathing in and out until we perceive who is breathing. He is breathing in me. He is inhaling. He is exhaling. and I watch, I perceive. Let's meditate in this way for a bit. Deepest perception. Into the silence. A little more. Om Sarvam Kapitam Brahma. Everything is Brahma. Tattvamasi, you are that. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahma. Meditation is not passive. Meditation is highly dynamic. We talk of yoga. This is yoga. This is union. Connecting with the divine within us. Connecting with that as the best as we can. Today there was concern for people who are suffering all around the globe. So for that, we will chant Mahamujaya mantra 5 times. Om Trayambakan Yajamahe Sungandhin Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandharat Prityor Mukshiyam Hamritat Om Trayambakan Yajamahe Sungandhin Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandharat Mrityor Mukshiyam Hamritat Om Trayambakan Yajamahe Sungandhin Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandharat Mrityor Mukshiyam Hamritat Om Trayambakan Yajamahe Sungandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandharat Mrityor Mukshiyam Hamritat Om Trayambakan Yajamahe Sungandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandharat Mrityor Mukshiyam Hamritat Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace and harmony for our families and for our communities. Peace and harmony for all the countries, all of humanity. And peace and harmony for the natural world. Peace and harmony in the oceans and the forest. And all the creatures, the birds, the fish, the animals, the insects, the plants. Peace and harmony. Peace and harmony for the whole universe. We all are from the same Heavenly Father. Peace and harmony. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Asking God and Gurus to bless us all, so that we evolve along with life, so that we perceive the unique opportunity, the unique blessing of our life, and help us fulfill its purpose. As long as He is breathing in us, there is something to do. And I humbly thank you all for the opportunity of this time together. And I bow to you all. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.